Okie doke, let's do some problem solving. So this is an example I went through in class. Now, what we did was to work this one out, we made up a table to collect all our different expressions which helped us solve the equation. So what I've got here is our problem. Ellie is now 4 times as old as her son. In 5 years' time, she will be 3 times as old as her son. So how old is Ellie's son now? So first thing we do is work out what our unknown is. And that is, what are we trying to work out? Well, we are trying to work out how old Ellie's son is now. So we're going to call that x. The things we're dealing with are also how old Ellie is now. So at the moment, Ellie is now 4 times as old as her son. And then we're going to work with how old Ellie and her son are in 5 years. So let's draw a table. Let's say we have Ellie. Let's say we have the son. Let's draw a table. And then let's say we have one column to represent how old they are now, and then a column for how old they will be in 5 years' time, so plus 5 years. Okay, so how old is Ellie's son at the moment? Well, that's what we're trying to work out, and that's what we've called x. So x. Now, at present, how old is Ellie? Well, let's have a look at our problem again. Ellie is now 4 times as old as her son. So 4 times as old as her son, if her son is x years old, and Ellie is 4 times as old as that, then at the moment she is 4x. Now let's look at plus 5 years. So in 5 years' time, how old will the son be? Well, if the son is x years old now, then in 5 years' time he's going to just be x plus 5. Now here's our little thing. If Ellie is at the moment 4x years old, then in 5 years she's going to be 4x plus 5. But we also know back in our problem that in 5 years' time she'll be 3 times as old as her son. So in 5 years' time the son is x plus 5 years old. Ellie will then be 3 times as old as that. So 3x plus 5. That is because, looking back at our problem, in 5 years' time she will be 3 times as old as her son. So in 5 years the son is x plus 5. So she will be 3 times that. Now what we've got is, in this box, we have 2 different expressions representing the same thing. So both of these things represent how old Ellie is in 5 years' time. And they're both written in terms of x. So that means they're both written in terms of how old the son is at present. So if those 2 things are representing one thing, then we can say they are equal to each other. This means that 4x plus 5 equals that 3x plus 5. This is because both of these things represent how old Ellie is in 5 years' time. So now we can go about solving this equation. So what I'm going to do first, I'll just write this 4x plus 5 out equals, well, we expand these brackets, 3x, then 3 times 5 is 15. Now we can collect like terms, so I'm going to move this 3 over to the other side, which means I go 4x minus 3x equals x. Move this 5 over to the other side. So 15, and then I take 5 away, x equals 10. So back to our question, how old is Ellie's son now? Ellie's son is 10 years old.